Hi everyone, this is the August reading for Cancers, Cancer Sun, Rising Moon, or anybody with prominent Cancer in their chart. I'm Vickie Verlie, the Rock and Roll Prophetess, and you can find me at vickieverlie.com. Don't be fooled by imposters. As promised, we're going to do a little bit of a deeper dive or a look at this astrology that's going on with Uranus North Node conjunction. I'm still going to do the cards, so if you want the card readings only, you can skip ahead, I suppose. But there could be some cool information here. I wouldn't skip ahead. All right. So here you are. You are Cancers. You're the sign of the crab over here. And there's this big alignment with this Uranus North Node in the sign of Taurus. So this is in your 11th house of hopes, wishes, and dreams, friends and associates, money from the career. But when I say hopes, wishes, and dreams, that really, really resonates because Uranus, that's what Uranus wants to do. Uranus is all about your hopes, wishes, and dreams. It rules the 11th house and the flat wheel, so that's this 11th house energy. And Uranus wants to make your dreams come true. That's really what I'm getting that's coming through. Your dreams come true. I'm going to write that because that is the house of hopes, wishes, and dreams. Your dreams come true. They can come true. And the planets are working in tandem to help you to make that happen. Now, the North Node is always our highest calling. It's our collective highest calling. It's our soul journey's destination, ideal destination. When I do the soul readings, that the North Node is something that I look at a lot as far as what your soul is doing here on this plane and what you're trying to achieve. So this energy of Uranus and the North Node for everybody could open doorways. Any kind of obstacles could be removed. It's making a square with Saturn, too. I have that in here, too, because that's important as well, because Saturn is also karmic, or involved in fate and destiny, or trying to get you on the path of your highest calling. Saturn takes a little different approach. You know, Saturn can be the real strict disciplinarian. Saturn can make things really difficult for you if you're in a bad situation, trying to just push you in the right direction, where Uranus is calling you from the higher realms. So there's, you know, your pain pushes you until your vision pulls you. And it's so powerful for you in the 11th house, especially, this is particular to Cancer risings, but there could be information for everybody at this part of it. The Saturn's in your 8th house here too, so some of you may be involved in a situation where your money is tied up with another person and it's causing you some difficulties, or there's restrictions, or you can't, you know, do with your money and what you really want to do. You have to maybe run it by them, or it's a business partnership. And if there's been tension or it's been kind of rough in these areas, bam, this Uranian energy just open the floodgates. I might put that as the floodgates open. Yeah, if the floodgates are open, that really resonates for you, for me with you Cancer. The floodgates are open, yeah. So yeah, this is a little bit of the astrology. I mean, if you wanted to get like just a regular reading from me, I could really look into it a lot more for you. But I just wanted to give everybody kind of a little bit of a rundown about this big thing. Ultimately, it's about finding your highest calling. You know, it's about aligning with your personal truth, and the universe is trying to help us all to do that. Here's the readings, the cards we're going to use for the readings in the regular tarot spreads now. So we're going to start with the Rock and Roll Tarot Deck 3rd edition, which we have here, my own design. Then we're going to follow up with the Hanson Roberts, an old favorite. Then we're going to pull an Animal Totem card from our Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. If you're a level 2 Patreon supporter, there's going to be even more cards pulled in the extended reading using the regular old Rider-Waite Smith deck. So let's get into our reading for our August, for our Cancerian people. What is coming up for you in August? Oh, by the way, that whole astrology thing, this is going to be active from mid-July to mid-August, peaking right at the beginning of the month, right at between July 31st, excuse me, and August 1st. That's when it's going to be exact. So it really is the energy that's kicking off the upcoming month of August, for sure. Okay, but what's going on for our Cancerian? Sun, Moon, Rising, anybody who has prominent Cancer in their chart, and for our crosswatchers, I guess, too. 7 of Swords, 4 of Swords, Chariot, Star, Knight of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, Justice, 2 of Pentacles, Temperance and final outcome, we've got the Page of Swords. Now, in this deck, one of the cool things about this deck is the words and everything and the colors. So if something grabs your attention and pulls you in, definitely pay attention to that, because that can be a way that the universe is going to give you a personal message in this general reading. But talk about, you know, Star is working with you. You've got Star and Temperance, beautiful energy. So you're co-creating with the universe big time. The spirit guides, angels, and everything in the higher realms is really trying to, I see it inspire. I heard inspire you. It's trying to inspire you, but it's also trying to co-create. You're in a great position for your hopes, wishes, and dreams to co-create your reality and to bring it into the future. You know, when I look at this card, betrayal does stand out to me. This is the very first card. So some of you may have gone through some really, you know, rougher things. Maybe you did experience some betrayal. And you have that Four of Swords crossing, so that's saying that you're in a time of healing. You're in a time of healing. You needed some time to kind of get over that. And now, as this influx of energy, we're getting back into action. We're getting back into action. Some of you are experiencing some 8th house stuff here. Greed stands out to me. You may be in a partnership with money that you don't have the financial freedom that you want, or you may be in a disagreement with somebody on how do we spend that money. That says greed, but I looked at it through the monitor up here, and I saw gain, and I'm hearing capital gains. So for somebody, that's a thing. Justice is down here. I mean, it may take some legal involvement to get to dissolve this partnership, or get untangled from this thing. Or for others, maybe you're going to have just a justice legal thing for you that would allow you to say, hey, listen, you know, I want to buy you out. You might have the money to just move on and do your own thing, or, you know, you buy me out, I'm moving on. Wherever you're moving on to, it's definitely, could be travel with the Chariot, but I'm getting the big success here, big success. Somebody's going on a cruise too. I'm picking up something. Be careful if you are going on a cruise. Everybody I know that goes on cruises ended up with COVID. So, I mean, no offense to the cruise industry, but I mean, I'd be, you know, even if you're vaccinated, if you get it, it's kind of rough. It's kind of rough to deal with. So, yeah. And then I saw Passage, and I heard Passage onto Bangkok. Isn't that a Rush song? I'm going to look it up real quick, some lyrics, because I haven't been doing the lyrics lately, and often that really, it does give us insights. Passage, Bangkok, Rush lyrics. Passage to Bangkok, yeah, that's the name of it. So maybe somebody's actually going to go to Bangkok, that could be, but I'm going to read a little bit of these lyrics because it may have some kind of bearing on things. Our first stop in Bogota to check Colombian fields. The natives smile and pass along a sample of their yield, probably some pot, right? Sweet Jamaican pipe dreams, golden Acapulco nights, then Morocco, and east fly by morning light. We're on a train to Bangkok, aboard the Thailand Express. We'll hit the stops along the way. We'll only stop for the best. Wreathed in smoke in Lebanon, we burn the midnight oil. The fragrance of Afghanistan rewards a long day's toil. Pulling into Kathmandu, smoke rings fill the air. Perfume by Nepal night, the express gets you there. Excuse me, we're on the train to Bangkok aboard the Thailand Express. We'll hit all the stops, okay. That's the same. So some of you might be doing that. Maybe you're good. Maybe that's exactly your itinerary, right? Maybe you're going to go to all those places that they just mentioned. I don't know. We've got a Knight of Pentacles up here. And so that is somebody that looks like has an opportunity for you. These two seem to be tied together here. Pentacle people, Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or money related. Now we are having some earth sign things going on this month. We are going to have, well, the North Node Uranus thing is in Taurus. That's an earth sign energy. But also we will be moving into the sign of Virgo after the 22nd of August. And we will also be having a new moon in Virgo on the 27th of August. So all towards the end of the month, although that Uranian thing is right at the very beginning. But news coming. Now news coming with this air energy. We're not going to be in the air sign, but there is going to also be a full moon on August 11th. So it might be something having to do. I just looked over here and I saw Bible right there with that BLE. I saw Bible. So I don't know if some of you, if that means anything to anybody. I mean, that could just mean a whole bunch of different things. But maybe it means something to somebody. Okay, let's go ahead and get our shuffle on. Now, you are a water sign energy. So in this portion of the reading, you're going to show up as one of the 3 water sign court cards. Either the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, or the King of Cups. So, whichever one shows up first, regardless of gender, that's going to be your significator or represent you. And then we're going to just look at the cards that are around you. And that's going to give us an idea of the energy that is surrounding you. So let's have a look-see. 7 of Cups, 8 of Rods, Empress, nice. Emperor and Empress together, that's nice. There you are. Right away you showed up, and you showed up as the King of Cups. Love that. Love that you're the king. Because when you're the king, you are not the knight, you are not the, the queen, you are the king. You are in a place of, you've paid your dues. You've come through the karmic cycle, or even just whatever we're looking at here, the work, the relationship. You've paid your dues, and you've arrived at this place of maturity, right? The king is mature, the king is knows who they are, and the King of Cups is emotional maturity as well. This feels like one of these is you. You are going to step into that role of that emperor or that empress, and you are stepping into this power. These are also, you're moving from the minor arcana into the major arcana, and you're sitting in the seat of power. You're sitting, both instances, there is a partnership. If you look, we've got the Emperor and Empress, and then we've got the King of Cups right next to this Queen of Pentacles. So it could be a real strong partnership. For those of you that are coupled, it might be this is your marriage partner, and you guys are, just a strong front together, or you're building this, I was going to say you're building this empire, but they're talking about you're building this imaginary something, this imaginary, some kind of a whole. I don't know what they're saying, but anyway, this element of this working together with a partner, working together with as a couple, that shows up real strong for you guys. There's going to be reason to celebrate, and this could be if you have if there's a holiday. Well, a lot of times what I'll do this in America, we have Labor Day. These 3-day holidays, I'll often use this card to represent that. So that would be, it's going to be either, I don't have a calendar in front of me, it's either the very end of August or in the beginning of September in Virgo time. Could be in Virgo time. Could be Virgo. Could be dealing with the Virgo. I was just thinking about this the other day because I had friends that are, he's a Cancer and she's a Virgo, or vice versa. He's a Virgo, she's a Cancer. And they've been together forever, and they just have the best relationship. And I started kind of rolling through a lot of my coupled friends, and that is a very good combination. It must be, because a lot of they seem to end up together, and when I see them together, they have these really, well, from outside looking in, it seems to be a happy relationship. They've been together for years and years, and they just seem to be a real compatible thing. So it's not unusual to find this combination of Virgo and Cancer. When I said not unusual, I heard that Tom Jones. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Rocking on some Tom Jones over here, yeah. All right, yeah, so partnerships are definitely emphasized, but also money and finances in here too, big time. So if that's not you, if you're not married or coupled and that's not you, you may be dealing with somebody who is. The Emperor and Empress, they could be somebody who's running this company, and then they're going to hire you, or you're going to work with them, or something along those lines. You're sitting pretty with this Empress energy. News is coming that has to do with your dreams are becoming a reality. It's something you've been waiting for a long time. You've been wanting to make this big change for a long time. You've been hanging around. Hanging around. Hanging around. There's money all around it, though. Something's going to pop. You're going to be freed from these restraints of whatever's holding you back for all this time. Because you got Hangman and Four of Swords. These are both cards of waiting. You've been waiting. And Cancers, you can be very patient. You will wait. You wait. You're very patient, and you're also very sentimental. But there needs to be there is a break. There needs to be a break, and then really positive things are flowing your way. Look at all this really positive energy just everywhere surrounding you. Okay, let's go ahead and get our animal totem. Real quick announcement: I am open for the Libra Ingress reading, which is from this time frame or leading into fall, you know, until the end of the year, fall in the northern hemisphere. You are a cardinal sign. The ingresses talk about the cardinal ingress, and that signifies the change of seasons. So you're part of the cardinal cross here. The cardinal cross consists of Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, and Libra. So everybody's affected by these big seasonal changes that are coming up. But you know, a lot of times the cardinal signs, which again you are among, you'll feel it the most, because it'll be activating some things in your chart. It'll be squaring some things for you. Okay, let's get our animal totem card for our Cancer friends for the month of August 2022. The Lion. So, you know, we're going to be in Leo for a lot of the month. Before we move into Virgo, we're going to be in Leo. We're going to be in Leo from the 1st all the way through the 22nd. And another thing about Leo is at the very end of the month of July, we will have a Leo new moon, but that is the kickoff energy moving into August until we hit that full moon and the 11th. So Leo energy is definitely in play here. So you might be dealing with a Leo, but I feel like you could really be stepping into your, and if you are stepping into your power, I was going to say, but if you are Cancer rising, Leo is your second house of money too. So this is a time of year to concentrate on making that money. Majestic, generous, fierce, and proud. Courageous, king of the beasts. Sublime leadership inspires loyalty. Delegate authority, then bask in the sun. Well, I do feel like you're going to be doing some basking in the sun. And I felt right off, I said, I feel like really this Emperor Empress is you stepping into that role. And it's talking here about, you know, this the leadership and, you know, delegating authority. You may be offered a job as, you know, the boss or the supervisor or something like that. Or maybe you and a partner are starting some sort of company. With the 8th house action, you may get some kind of investor or something. That could happen. But be careful who you're tied up with in any kind of long-term joint financial or investment people, because things with Saturn, you could be stuck with it for a long time, like 27, 28 years. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's exactly what you want. Because it could be also on the positive side, not stuck with, but yeah, we've got backing, we've got support, and they're not going anywhere. But it also could be, oh, we got to put up with this jerk, and he's not going anywhere, you know. So it could kind of go both ways. Okay, Cancer. Hey, real quick, it is back to school season, so I'm bringing out a few of my journals and notebooks. These are my own designs. They're very reasonably priced, $5.99 on Amazon, free shipping with Prime, of course. These are just a few of the designs that I have. I have quite a few. So if you do, there's the sketchbooks, which are blank, just to, you know, do sketching and drawing, and then the journals, which are lined like a notebook. So if you are in the, you know, shopping for school supplies, consider maybe picking this up, because then you're supporting, you know, independent people like me, independent creators, and you also could get something really pretty for yourself or for your child or whoever is going back to school. Okay. The only thing, and with this Uranus space age thing, I thought that I wanted to bring this out. This is a book that I wrote 10 years ago under a pen name. I wrote it under VM Lariv. Lariv being an anagram of Verlie, my real last name, because I was not ready to tell people about it. I didn't want anybody to know. It's called Starseed, A Pleiadian Tale of Love. And, you know, I was rushing a little. It's a little rough because it was the first book I ever wrote, really. It's definitely the first fictional book. Really the only fictional book I ever wrote, now that I come to, other than children's book. It's a short read. It's 169 pages long. But it's a good story. It's a good story filled with all kinds of sprinklings of metaphysical cool stuff in there. Well, it's about a Pleiadian, you know, what do you think? So if you enjoy sci-fi and stuff, check it out. It's in the Kindle Lending Library for free. But I wanted to bring it out because I just feel like, I've always felt that it's more of a, you know, it should be a film. It should be, you know, it should be on film. Well, so if anybody's, you know, doing that kind of work, even if it's just like a web series, or you know, maybe a TV series, maybe even a movie, and you're looking for some content along these lines, I would love to collaborate or hear from you about possibly developing this into a story. It's a good story. And not only that, I have a notebook. When I was really, you know, into it, I had a whole bunch of other things that could happen along the way. You know, the story doesn't have to end here. You know, it has a nice ending, but it doesn't have to end here. There definitely could be built upon, and more things coming, like time travel and walk-ins. I was wanting to. Those are a couple of things I remember wanting to incorporate in future stories of this. But I wanted to bring it out there. So if anybody, if you just like sci-fi stuff, check it out. It is me. It's not listed under my books on Amazon. Oh, by the way, these journals aren't either. This is under VV Creative. You have to follow that link to find these journals. The link is in the description of the video or on my website. I have so many things going on, so I don't want to overcrowd any one section. My vickieverlie books are my books that I've written, and these blank notebooks and stuff, these are under VV Creative. So it's a little bit of a difference. Somebody brought that to my attention. They were looking for it and couldn't find it. But if you follow the link in the description or follow the link on my website, it'll take you straight to that page. Okay. Alright, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. It really does look like a really exciting time for you, Cancers, if you take advantage of this energy. You may have to end one partnership, but whoever you're collaborating with or working with here, this looks like it's super powerful. Remember, you're a Love and Beauty Incarnate. Please hit that subscribe button if you enjoy my content. That triggers that YouTube algorithm and gets these messages out to more people, which is always the ultimate goal. Remember that you are Love and Beauty Incarnate. Have a best month ever, and we'll talk again soon.